Alright, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is a... What is it? Tell me about this character.
This is my character from my D&D group. But it's not regular D&D, it's D&D in space. So this is a space orc from a trash planet.
Doesn't really make it less nerdy, but yeah, sure, tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, it's really nerdy, but I love it. He is an orc with like a visor helmet attached to his head, and he can sort of like see the internet through this visor. And he's just he's a big old bastard. That's what he is.
He looks a lot like Judge Dredd. I don't know.
Yeah, he does have a Judge Dreddish quality.
I am the law.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is sort of like that law look, because I don't know how far we want to delve into my campaign, but I actually stole that helmet from a dwarf who is kind of like a police officer. So there you go.
I gotcha. At least it gives a little backstory to what you're thinking during the process.
Yep. So... yeah, he's in a bar, so it's like he's supposed to be sort of like in the side of the room with sort of a bright bar area off to the side, so there's a big light coming in.
Almost kind of like the Strider thing from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Except more orky, you know?
Orcs from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, it's true. So, yeah. What should we talk about?
Tell us a little bit more about their thought process behind it.
Right now, I'm just blocking stuff out, and I'm thinking a lot about light. So, like, everything... well, right there, I'm blocking out the background. But if I'm working on this main character, I'm essentially just trying to define shapes in 3D space. And then show the volume of those shapes based on how the light is hitting them. So, yeah. And there's the robot bartender. He's got a little drink on his face.
I imagine this picture would look really cool if you got around to coloring it with like neon lights and stuff.
Yeah. There's three characters, sort of, so I plan on doing one for all three of the characters, but also because in this one I'm sort of defining what I'm planning on doing with it, I may end up going back into this one once the other ones are... like, I have a very good idea of what I want to do on the next few characters now that I've done this one, and there's a lot of things that I would do differently if I got the chance to redo this one. So it's...
for example, like what?
I don't really like the way the top of his head is. I don't think sort of where the point of the helmet is. Yeah. Like I had already committed to my proportions when I started shading to a certain point. So rather than... I just would rather stick with the proportions and try to get a good render at a certain point, because you have to do that with every piece of artwork. But one thing I'm particularly unhappy with on this one is the top of his head, just in general.
You didn't like that World War I German kind of helmet feel to it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a dwarven helmet, right? And it, like, if somebody was to show you this picture, how you wouldn't describe that as a dwarven helmet, would you? It doesn't say dwarven to me, really.
Probably not. It's a little round to be a dwarven helmet, for sure. Especially near the top.
And, like, I'm trying to be, like, blocky with it. I just feel like I was a little aimless with it. Like, this visor, I had a very good idea of what I was going to do. Oh, yeah, that music is kicking in. But, I just feel like in this piece of artwork, it's apparent, like I was saying in the Hex piece, like, what the things you understand and the things you don't understand at a certain point start to separate from each other. And I think that that sort of happened a little in this one with that helmet. So now I'm just doing the noodling, the tedious details, and working on those edges and giving textures and stuff.
Definitely interesting how you gave like a stained metal look to it.
I just wanted to try to show some sort of surface detail. And I didn't want it to be like clean looking material because he's supposed to be like
dirty.
A dirty trash orc from a trash planet.
It's Planet of the Apes all over again.
Yep. So, yep, just putting some smudges. Another thing is I think the background does not match the level of detail that I put into like the main dude. And I didn't really do many like focal effects to draw attention, so it doesn't the focal point is not super apparent in this one. It doesn't like draw you in the way it should.
So you think you should have put more detail into the background?
No, I think like well, yeah, I do think I should have put more detail into the background, but I think with the level of detail I put into it, I should have done some sort of like focal, like put some smoke in between the bar and him, and like maybe some depth blur. And this was before you showed me the thing where you put noise onto it, and I think that does really give it a nice read. So there you go, we're improving rapidly on the DoodleDaze YouTube channel.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. And that is like kind of what we want this channel to be about, is like us getting better and like analyzing specifically what our problems are and addressing them, and then finding more things we can improve.
Was there anything new that you really learned from doing this piece that stood out?
Yeah, I think sort of like knowing that we're going to be putting this on YouTube changes my approach to artwork a lot, because I know that not only is the final artwork going to be scrutinized, but I know that the actual like action of me carrying it out is going to be scrutinized, and that, oh yeah, the big nose change. But I know that because I feel pressured not to be very optimal and not waste time, because people will see me being inefficient if I'm being inefficient, right? Mm-hmm. So that pressure alone is like, I feel like the thing that has helped the most so far. Yeah, we're getting toward the end of it.
Yeah, I still think those teeth look too much like onions. It would have been cooler to see go with more like the square shapes,
yeah.
Kind of like that orc feel.
The one tooth that really bothers me too is that second one from the left, because it's like 3 teeth wide at the base for no apparent reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I definitely do like this nose a lot better than the one that you had before.
Yeah, that was your suggestion to just pull some skin across the nose bone and have it be sort of like that more exposed type of nose. So here's where we'll put the final shot up, and
alright, thanks for watching.
Yeah, press like and subscribe, and we're going to be creating lots of content, so check our channel out.